Honourable Member for Pomio.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Health and the Minister of Finance to take note, please. We know that the medical supplies, the procurement and supplies distribution is very, very important as part of our public health system in our country. With the recent media reports that said that some of the 100% test kits were rotting away. This is very, very, it's a very important matter that must be addressed properly by the Department of Health. Question below me, and can the Minister confirm this particular issue? What are the reasons? What has led to the 100% the medical kits rotting away? Is this to do with the logistics companies or not? Can the Minister clarify as well? Does the Department of Health, as a system of reporting with regard to medical, the logistics companies that are supplying distributing medical supplies in our country, do they give a report and whether their performance is okay, is this or not? I'm more question to the Minister of Health. It's an important matter. It's in the media reports where people need to know what is regarding the issue with regard to medical supplies rotting away in the country. Thank you.
The Honourable Minister for Health.
Thank you, Speaker. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Shadow Health Minister, Honourable Elias Kapavore, and a good leader for PNC for asking me this important question. Firstly, the media is actually, they've actually sensationalized the issue that we had. The delivery of medicines, especially the 100% kit that the health department does, are using a system called a push system. So it's actually done not based on the needs at the distal health centers. What it actually does is just based on the previous reports that they get. They usually compile a set of medicines and medical equipment that they usually push towards the health facilities. So what actually happened? I will just make it brief and short. What basically happened was the procurement system took almost 5 months to deliver. The procurement system almost took 5 months to deliver. When they advertised that thing on paper, it actually happened on the 21st of January 2022. And finally, when the signed contract, when it reached the health department, it reached the health department on the 1st of August 2022. So you can see there's about 6 months that lapsed. And that is the cumbersome process that we have within the NPC. So basically, from Cabinet, all of us know that when we give out the contracts to the drug distributing company, they usually do, it's based on, from experience, they usually do advanced procurement of medicines because warrants are not released on time and the medicines actually arrive early. But when we give out the logistics contract, it takes another 6 months. So therein lies the delay, number one. Number two, Post Korea actually took a picture of 2 containers that belonged to the drug supplying company. They were empty containers that were sitting in the wharf, and there were no real containers that contain medicine. What actually happens is that when the drug procurement company, when it actually supplies the drug, it supplies it to the drug distribution company, the logistics company. It doesn't go to the area medical store. It goes straight to the logistic company. So when the contract was put out, the technical financial evaluation committee, they sat and they deliberated on those the companies that applied, and they gave recommendations, but the recommendations were not followed by NPC. So NPC decided to choose some other companies that they thought were eligible, and contracts were given to those companies. Now, the other delay that happened was that those companies never had the financial capacity. So state solicitors actually put a clause into every contract that there must be a down deposit, a bank guarantee of 10%. Because a lot of other logistics companies, when they get the first payment, the initial payment made by the government, they actually, take off with the payment and they don't deliver. So one of the things that, the State Sol, in his wisdom, decided to put into clauses is that bank guarantee, the 10% down payment, and that was not done too. So therein lies the delay. It has nothing to do with the health department. The contract reached the office of the health secretary on the 1st of August, and the contracts were actually paid. But then there was another delay that happened because the companies could not, comply with their contract by putting in the 10% bank deposit that they had to do. So anyway, we know that, the process there at the NPC is quite cumbersome, and therein lies the problem. We have actually summoned our pharmaceutical services standard branch of the National Health Department to look into the discoloration of the Panadol. And they will, what actually they will do is they will go backtrack the procurement system, and they will find when the drugs were actually procured, how long they were stored, and how long it took for the drugs to be actually distributed to our area medical stores. So those reports will be provided as soon as they are done and ready, Mr. Speaker. So one of the other things I want to raise at the same setting is that we must know that, drugs are very essential things that need to be procured on time. Now, as a government, it's quite difficult because of cash flow issues sometimes, because of the NPC system we have, because of companies that are supposed to deliver. So, it's all myriad of problems that actually result in the delay that we had. So one of the things we're trying to do, and I thank the good Prime Minister, is to set up a separate procurement commission for drugs so that we have to deliver drugs on a timely basis because time is of essence. So based on the PAC recommendations being done, work has already started. We've started a secretariat that looks at it. And what it will do is it's working in collaboration with some of our very important development partners like ADB and others to come up with a system and model that can deliver our drugs on a timely basis. So thank you very much. When the full report becomes available, I will present it on the floor of Parliament. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.